Hello, 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 and welcome back to a God Tier meeting. Today we are doing some Magic the Gathering themed Jeopardy. With me today is Doom. Say hello, Doom.
What's up?
Drew. Say hello, Drew.
Hello.
And Jeff. Say hello, Jeff.
Hello.
The game itself is pretty simple. You're going to be answering Magic the Gathering themed trivia questions based on 5 different categories. Your first category is Skirt, where I've turned a famous Magic the Gathering card or character into a car, and your job is to figure out who's that car. The second is Storm Scale, where I've taken excerpts from Mark Rosewater's Storm Scale, a series of articles and blogs where he has rated Magic the Gathering mechanics on a scale from 1 to 10 of how unlikely they are to return to a Magic the Gathering set in the future, and your job is to figure out which mechanic I have taken the Storm Scale excerpts from. Pun City is your third category, where I've made a pun using a Magic the Gathering card name. Built Wrong is your fourth category, where I have recreated a Magic the Gathering card piece for piece, except for one detail that is incorrect. And your last category is Fine Art, where I have drawn a Magic the Gathering card art, and your job is to figure out which card art I've drawn. We are going to start off with our winner from our last game, Doom. If you could please pick the first category.
Let's go with Storm Scale for 300.
Players, the biggest strike against this mechanic is that it just doesn't have that many fans. The best chance for this to return is a set with a monocolor theme where it just exactly fills the role we need. Jeff, you've buzzed in.
What is protection?
Protection is not what we are looking for. Doom, you have buzzed in next.
What is Anabant?
That is correct. The answer we were looking for was Adamant. Back to the board. We have 300 points for Doom. What category would you like to select next?
I want to see what the hell this is. Let's do for 300.
Skirt for 300. What card or character is this? Also, fun fact, the photo I have here, this is a real dude, the Wizard of New Zealand. He used to be on the payroll of some city for like $11,000 a year until like 2021. And then he wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah, more you know. Doom, you have buzzed in.
Who is Double-Faced Jace?
That is correct. The answer we were looking for was Jace. I took some stuff from a lot of different Jaces, actually. We have some putting cards back on top of your library from Jace the Mind Sculptor, as well as his having 4 abilities, giving things flashback with the Flip Jace, as well as just milling 3 cards, which is a very Jace thing to do. But back to the board. That is 600 points for Doom. Which category would you like to select next?
Let's do Built Wrong for 300.
Another 300. Built Wrong. As a reminder, anything could be wrong about this card, except for the frame, which I couldn't always get right, and some text that specifically references the card being a custom card. But other than that, anything. Without further ado, players, what's wrong with Questing Beast this time?
Oh,
God.
God.
We just did.
We did.
I hate this.
Well, we know it's not the same as last time, at least.
Doom, you've buzzed in.
Is it combat damage, not just any damage for the middle ability?
Yeah, it was. Fuck.
That is 100% correct. Questing Beast only prevents your combat damage from being prevented. Doom is running away with the 300-point questions, and we are back to the board once again. Doom, you are able to select
Y'all
a
gotta catch up.
category.
I'm having a time.
Give me Fine Art for 300.
All right, fine art for 300. Players, what magic card is this? Jeff, you've buzzed in.
What is Talisman of Dominance?
Jeff, unfortunately, that is so close, but that is not what we are looking for. Doom, I saw you've buzzed in next.
Is that a Dimir Signet?
That is not Dimir Signet.
Oh, God.
Jeff, you've buzzed in again.
Is it the Azorius one, Talisman of Progress?
It is not Talisman of Progress.
Oh, damn it. I don't know any of the other ones.
Oh,
God.
not raining.
Isn't the... Is... I think I remember one more.
Yeah.
It's the only other one I remember.
Hmm?
Is it the Rakdos one? Is it what, Indulgence, I think? Or, like, Gluttony?
100%. 3 tries, and on the 3rd attempt, that is Talisman of Indulgence.
Aha!
Back to the board. Jeff, please.
I
pick
guess
the
we know who is
category.
the next pick costume.
I would like to go to Pun City for 400, please.
Fun City for 400. Unyaro has decided to write some music, including hits such as Roxanne and Every Breath You Take. What is Unyaro now?
I don't even know music, bro.
Oh, I should know this.
Out of my hands.
I do not know.
Alright, we're gonna call it there. The correct answer is Unyaro be Sting.
What?
Sting wrote both of those songs for the Police.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
I was thinking of the band name and not the members.
We are back to the board. Drew, I will give this one to you to pick a category.
Shame on us all for that one.
I don't
Wait.
know any music.
Say Pun City 500, why not?
Fun City for 500. Beep beep. This Kamigawa industrialist is a master of civics, pilots, and odysseys. Drew, you have buzzed in.
Who is Honden? I don't remember the full card name, but I'm pretty sure it's probably Honden.
That is
Honda.
not what we are looking for, but I do like your thinking. Frankly, now that you said Honden, I wish I had done Honden instead.
You suck.
I have no idea. I don't know any Kamigawa characters. I didn't play those sets.
Doom, you've buzzed in.
Who is Kondo?
That is correct. We are looking for Hondo, Lord of Iganjo.
God.
Lord
Damn it.
Okay. Alright.
Fuck.
This is like the same thing.
It's basically the same thing. Back to the
It's kinda
board.
the same guy.
Doom, that is 500 points for you, bringing you up to
You know.
1,400, and it is your category to pick.
Let's do Storm Scale for 500, please.
Alright, for 500 points, players. This is a 1 on the storm scale, so it is very likely to be reprinted. Clearly, the design space is pretty huge, and you could take almost any spell and just add Redacted to it. While there are a few things you can do that synergize with Redacted, Redacted can easily fit into any set at almost any value. I see Doom, you've buzzed in.
What is Cycling?
We are not looking for cycling. Jeff, you've buzzed in next.
What is Kicker?
Ooh, another good guess, but we are not looking for kicker. Drew, you've buzzed in third. What is your guess?
What is Kindred?
It is not Kindred, although I do like the enthusiasm there. The set this is from is the Theros block. Jeff, you've buzzed in.
What is Devotion?
It is not Devotion. Doom,
God
you've
bless.
buzzed in.
What is Scry?
Doom, that is
Oh.
correct. Scry was
Yeah.
originally printed with the official keyword in the Theros block. We were looking for Scry. Doom, please pick your next category.
Skirt for 500, please.
What card or character is this vehicle? Jeff, you've buzzed in.
Who is the Gak?
We are not looking for the GAC. That is a good guess, though.
Damn. I can't even think of a modern card that has Tramp.
My commander bias is showing.
I can't say that I'm a good modern player, so I don't know.
Wait. What is 2 Siege Rhinos?
That it is not 2 Siege Rhinos, but I do
Damn it.
see where you could get the idea. The correct answer was Crashing Footfalls.
Oh. Oh,
Yep,
wrong
it
guy.
is 2 rhinos stuck
Wrong
together.
Rhino.
Mm,
Oh, Suspend 4. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, why don't you pick our next category?
Oh, find out for 100, please.
Fine art for 100 players. What card is this? Jeff, you've buzzed in.
What is Blood Moon?
Jeff, that is 100% correct. That is Blood Moon. 100 more points on the board for you. Please pick our next category.
Let's do Built Wrong for 100, please.
Alright. What is wrong with Dockside Extortionist? Jeff, you've buzzed in.
I believe he is a 1/3.
Unfortunately, Dockside is not a 1/3.
No.
Doom, you've buzzed in next.
Dockside is a pirate, not a rogue.
Dockside is a pirate and not a rogue. That is 100 points on the board.
Real.
And you may select our next category.
Before I select the next category, I have to ask: Did you write this before or after the ban?
After. I wrote that like half an hour ago.
So true, King.
Based. Okay. Let's do built wrong for 400, please.
Players, what is wrong with necromancy? One thing I will note, clearly the set symbol is incorrect. That is because the website I was using did not have some of the set symbols I wanted. So I just wrote the set symbol that it should have in parentheses in the card type. Drew, you've buzzed in.
Is it the ability to cast it at flash speed?
No, that is not what we are looking for. That is correct. Jeff, you've buzzed in.
It isn't an aura.
That is 100% correct. It is not an aura until it's on the battlefield and it becomes an aura. That is 400 points.
Yeah.
And please select our next category.
Fine art for 500.
What card is this? Jeff, you have buzzed in first.
That's Richard Garfield, baby.
That is a lot quicker than I was expecting, but yes, that is 100%
Excuse me.
Richard Garfield PhD.
You missed the PhD, sir.
My apologies. I didn't give him the respect he deserved. Please do not smite me, Richard Garfield, PhD.
Jeff, please select our next category.
Pun City, 200.
Centuries, decades, years, months, weeks. Jeff, you have buzzed in.
What is days?
That is correct. What is days?
God damn it.
And we are right back to the board.
Can we do skirt for 100, please?
Players, what card is this? What character? Jeff, you have buzzed in.
Fuck.
What is Colossal Treadmaw?
That is, in fact, Colossal Dreadmaw. 100%.
What the fuck?
It was too late.
It's
God
too
damn
late.
It was too late.
It's too late. Can we do
Category?
skirt for 200, or is
Skirt
that
for
already
200
been done?
is 100% available. Players.
No way.
What card is this? Or character?
What the fuck is this? This is Evangelion, bro.
Doom, you have buzzed in.
I buzzed and then immediately second guessed myself, but I guess I gotta go for it. Is this Emrakul?
Doom, this is Emrakul.
No way.
Trolling people by standing on top of their heads and a weird fascination with squirrels. Doom with 200 points. In addition to your board, please select our next category.
Let's do Storm Scale for 400, please.
Players, for 400 points, this mechanic was rated a 6 on the Storm scale. When we first created this mechanic, we thought that it was going to have a lot of design space, but we learned that costing the mechanic such that its interesting decision between the two choices was very difficult. Thus, it's a smaller design bane. And Doom, you have buzzed in.
What is Fabricate?
Ooh.
Doom, that is incredibly perspective from the Kaladesh block. That is Fabricate. And
Wow.
400 points.
That was insane.
Have you done fine art for 400?
We have not. What card is this? Jeff, you have buzzed in first.
Oh god, Slimefoot?
This is
Who's
not-
Slimefoot?
Slimefoot.
No.
Doom, you have buzzed in next.
Oh, that was gonna be my answer. But he got to it first, but I had already hit the button. Oh no. Who is Nemata?
This is not Namada.
After those two, I don't know. What is Spore Crown Thalid?
This is not Spore Crown Thalid, Drew. Jeff, you have buzzed in.
Who is the Micro Tyrant?
This is not the Micro Tyrant. Players, you were so close. This is just Thalid.
Oh, it's him.
One of the OG ones.
It's
Okay.
Fungus.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Good
just
old Fallen
Thalid.
Empire staple. Back to the board. Drew, you want to select our next category.
Let's do 100. Pun City.
If Tin Street Hooled last turn, what will it do this turn?
Oh,
Jeff, you have buzzed in.
what is Tin Street Holler?
Tin Street Holler is not what I'm looking for. Doom, you have buzzed in next.
I thought there was Tin
What
Street.
was 10th Street Hool again?
That is correct.
Oh.
10th Street Hooligan.
I thought it was like Haul. I thought 10th Street Hauler was a card.
Might be. I don't know.
I think I just made it up.
I also think you just made it up.
Source. I made it up.
I made it up.
Doom, please select our next category.
For 400, please.
Players, what card or character is this? Jeff, you have buzzed in first.
What is Teferi's protection?
That is 100% Teferi's protection. Very quick on the draw there for 400
It
points.
was 3 mana. That's all I knew.
Please select our next category.
Let's do Fine Art 200, please.
Players, fine art for 200. What card is... But wait!
Oh.
The Alpha Special. Players, this question is worth double points. So, for 400 points, what card is this one? Jeff, you have buzzed in.
What is Lightning Bolt?
That is certainly Lightning Bolt. And another 400 points on the board. Back to the board. Jeff, please select our next category.
Belt wrong 500, please. We going into pain zone.
Players, what is wrong with Mox Emerald? Doom, you've buzzed in.
Is it supposed to be a poly artifact?
It is not a poly artifact. Mono artifact is the correct type for this alpha version of Mox Emerald. Jeff, you've buzzed in.
Is it that it originally did not have the reminder text that you can tap it as an interrupt?
It did originally have that reminder text.
What is wrong with this emerald? I don't know.
Unfortunately, that is your time. The correct answer is that this Mox Emerald
It's
was
supposed
not...
to be a mana source.
No, actually, it's not. Mana Source was reserved for now instants that added mana.
Oh.
So it exclusively
just
existed
Cabal Ritual.
for Culling the Weak and Dark Ritual. Only 2 cards to ever have the Mana Source type. The correct answer is that Mox Emerald was illustrated by Dan Frazier, not Christopher Rush.
Of course.
Oh.
Back to the board, Drew. Please select our next category.
A storm scale for 1.
For 100 points, this is a 9 on the Storm scale. Players, never have we needed to revise an entire mechanic for power level concerns. That's a pretty good indication that this is a troublesome mechanic. Andrew has 2 main concerns about the mechanic. Doom, you've buzzed in.
What is companion?
Doom, from Ikoria, Lair of Behemoth, this is 100% companion. And another 100 points on the board for you. Alright, would you like to select our next category?
City for 300, please.
Fun City for 300. This card authored the Lord of the Rings series and The Hobbit.
Oh.
Oh.
And I'm going to call it there, players. The correct answer and author of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit is, of course, Jur Token.
What?
I hate you.
What
It's
the
Jur
fuck?
Token.
I
It's
hate
Jurn
you.
Token.
This hurts my soul.
Of course. How could I have not known?
I hate you.
2 more categories on the board. Jeff, select our second to last category, if you will.
Alright, built wrong 2, please.
It is at this time that unfortunately we had to pause our recording session. When we got back to record the last 2 questions and the final Jeopardy, we unfortunately lost the audio for all of my dear friends. So for the rest of the video, you will simply hear myself and me filling in their voices for them. Henceforth, Doom shall be Mickey Mouse, Drew shall be Kermit the Frog, and Jeff shall be Balthanar, the Destroyer of All. You'll understand. And it will be as exactly as it should be. Very well, carry on. For 200 points, what's wrong with Grafdigger's Cage? I don't know what's wrong with Grafdigger's Cage, but I must say this is the most excellent quiz I have ever played in my entire life. Perfect, even. Drew, you have buzzed in.
Does the cage stop creatures from being targeted, not cast?
There are some graveyard hate effects that do that, but Grafdigger's Cage is not one of them. Jeff, you have buzzed in.
Grafdigger's cage does not hit libraries, only graveyards.
Unfortunately, it is graveyards and libraries. Doom, do you have a guess?
Does the A card hit all spells and cards, not just creatures?
Doom, that is so close, but unfortunately is just a little bit untrue. It is creature cards for the first ability, but for the second ability, it is all spells that cannot be cast from graveyards or libraries. So unfortunately, I cannot give you the points for that. But we will return to the board. Storm scale for 200. Your final regular question, players. This card is a 3 on the storm scale. Redacted has a humongous design space, larger than I assume Magic could ever do. It can go on any card type and has a lot of utility. To quote Andrew, it's easy. It's redacted. Doom, you have buzzed in.
Is this cycling?
This is not cycling. Your hint is that this is from the invasion block. Drew, you have buzzed in.
I'd like to guess unearthed.
It is not unearthed. Jeff?
Is this a weird worm of some variety? And that's an actual quote I said during the show, not Trevor making this up in post.
Unfortunately, a weird worm of some variety is not what we are looking for, players. The correct answer was kicker.
Oh no, and I guessed that earlier.
You did guess kicker earlier. And with that, it is time to head into our final Jeopardy. Alright, players, in your final Jeopardy category is a rules question. I'm going to give you your point totals and then you can place your bet. Jeff, you have 2,400 points. Doom, you have 2,800 points. And Drew, you currently have 0 points.
Oh no, but I tried my best.
Okay, the question itself, with Malira in play under my control, and Windbrisk Raptor under play under my opponent's control, my opponent hits me with an animated Inkmoth Nexus. What happens to me, and what happens to my opponent? There are a possibility of getting full points if you get what happens to me correct and to my opponent correct, half points if you get one of those correct, and no points if you get neither of those correct. Alright, final guesses are in. Drew, you have gone all in, and you have guessed don't know. Jeff, you have also gone all in, and you have said that you will lose 1 life and your opponent will gain 1 life. And Doom, you have bet 2,100 points, and you have said that nothing happens to you and your opponent gains 1 life. The correct answer is nothing happens to me, but my opponent gains 1 life. Doom, you will receive full points for that. Jeff, you will receive half points for that and be net neutral. And Drew will unfortunately lose all of his points and drop down a full 0 points. The reasoning for this is that Malira makes your opponent's creatures lose infect, but the Inkmoth Nexus gains infect after that, so it still has infect. However, Malira also says you can't get poison counters. So Inkmoth does 1 damage to you. Because it has infect, it does it in the form of a poison counter. But because you can't get the poison counter, you don't actually get affected by the damage, but it still counts as you taking damage, so your opponent gains 1 life with the lifelink from Windbrisk Raptor. And Doom, you have won today's show. Your prize is a brand new car. Yes, I do have to mention, this car will arrive at your door within 2 weeks of winning. From within the car will burst an uncertain number of clowns, each with a larger and redder nose than the last. It is now your sacred duty to care for these clowns until your dying days, as they will most certainly outlive you, and they will outlive us all. Also, the car is subject to taxes. Thank you all for playing, everyone, and I will see you all again in the next one. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, stick around and watch another one.
How could I have not known?
Mmm.